The air in Maplewood's only coffee shop, Brewed Awakening, was thick with the scent of roasted beans and unspoken grudges. It was a crisp autumn evening, and I was wiping down tables when Karen stormed in, her designer scarf flapping like a battle flag. Her eyes locked onto my guest, Marcus, a quiet man sipping his black coffee in the corner. I'd known Marcus for years. She was a friend, a listener, and, unbeknownst to Karen, the town's police chief. "Is he with you?" Karen demanded, her voice slicing through the hum of conversation. "He's been loitering out front for 20 minutes. I'm calling the cops." Her phone was already in hand, her finger hovering over the screen like a guillotine. The other customers froze, forks mid-air, sensing a storm brewing. I tried to explain. "Karen, he's just waiting for me to finish my shift." But she wasn't listening. Her face, flushed with righteous indignation, told me she'd already cast Marcus as the villain in her personal drama. Marcus, ever calm, set his mug down and met her gaze. "Ma'am, I'm just enjoying my coffee," he said, his voice steady but laced with a warning she didn't heed. "You don't belong here," she snapped, loud enough for the whole shop to hear. "I know trouble when I see it." The accusation hung heavy, tinged with assumptions that made my stomach churn. Marcus wasn't just any guest, was a black man in a town where Karen's snap judgments carried weight. Whispers rippled through the room. Some nodded in agreement. Others looked away, ashamed. I stepped between them, heart pounding. "Karen, stop. You don't know who he is." But she doubled down, dialing the police with theatrical flair. "We'll see who's right," she sneered. The tension was suffocating, like a fuse burning toward an explosion. Customers began recording on their phones, the room a pressure cooker of judgment and division. Then Marcus stood, his presence commanding silence. He reached into his jacket, and for a split second, Karen flinched, as if expecting a threat. Instead, he pulled out his badge, its gold glinting under the shop's warm lights. "Chief Marcus Reynolds," he said, his voice cutting through the chaos. "I'd appreciate it if you'd lower your phone." The room gasped, Karen's face drained of color, her phone slipping from her hand to the floor with a clatter. The crowd's murmurs turned to stunned silence, then to nervous chatter. She stammered, I didn't know." But the damage was done. Her accusation, rooted in prejudice, had unraveled her credibility in front of the town she claimed to represent. Marcus didn't gloat. He just looked at her, his eyes heavy with disappointment. "Next time, ask questions before you assume," he said, then turned to me. "I'll wait outside." As he walked out, the weight of the moment settled over us all. Karen fled, her scarf trailing behind her like a defeated flag. The customers dispersed, some whispering apologies, others avoiding eye contact. I closed up shop that night, my hands shaking. Marcus was still outside, leaning against his truck, staring at the stars. "You okay?" I asked. He sighed, his breath visible in the chilly air. "I've dealt with worse, but it never stops hurting." His words hit me hard, a reminder that even a badge couldn't shield him from the sting of being misjudged. The next day, Maplewood buzzed with the story. Some defended Karen, saying she was just protecting the community. Others called her out, demanding accountability. The coffee shop became a battleground for debates about trust, prejudice, and justice. I wondered if Karen would ever see the harm she'd caused, or if she'd cling to her version of the truth. In the end, Marcus kept serving the town, his quiet strength a rebuke to those who judged too quickly. But the scar of that night lingered, a bitter reminder of how easily fear can fracture a community. What do you think was Karen's reaction? Just a mistake, or a deeper failure of understanding? How do we balance vigilance with fairness in a divided world?